Alrighty, well, you know it's Friday, so you know that means we're doing a character wheel. The question is, whose character wheel are we going to be doing? Will Sasuke get on the board? We'll just have to wait and see what happens this episode. Be interesting to see what categories I put for him, because he's going to be different than the other two. If he gets on the board, he needs to do enough. Let's find out. Alright, you know where we are? You know where we're going. This is episode 40. 3, 2, 1. I just love the hand movement so much. One of the things I love about the motion, I think, is the sound the hands make. No sound that you'd actually hear. Listen, you're not hearing anything when I do this, right? I'm waving my hands right in front of the microphone. You're not hearing shit. But it's one of those things that, like in filmmaking, it's just cooler. When you pull a sword out of a scabbard, it doesn't make that shing sound. It doesn't do it. I have a friend who has swords. I've tried it. I've tried to make that sound. It doesn't happen. When you do the sword through the air, I've tried to make that sound. It doesn't happen, right? You know, that doesn't happen. But when you add that to filmmaking, it just adds something. It's an unreality that works. Like, it's one of those weird things in filmmaking that if you're too literal of a filmmaker, too realistic, shall we say? Are we right going straight into it? Okay, I was expecting a title card. Too realistic, it can hurt the project. I really believe that. You got to lean into the unreality every now and then for it to have a really good piece, you know? Well, I got business with you, bitch. He's napping right now, so you get nothing. I like his character design. He's got a very sharp face. Yeah, that's right. Lean into the camera. Creepy. So he wants to take it from the boy. Yeah, I get it. Pick up where we left off. I thought they would kind of blow past this and get to the next thing. I was expecting this to be over with. He took everything you got. I think you're in trouble, boy. It's not too late to quit. Oh, shit. No, fam. No. Do not want. The bug's coming for your ass. It's a bluff, is it? Pretty soon the bugs will be crawling out of you. What was that Angelina Jolie movie? Bugs, where they were literally seeing bugs crawl out of the walls? Not what you want. Yeah, not what you're looking for. Consume him. Oh, I see. So we got magic eating bugs, huh? Yeah. You better quit. That's pretty badass. Yep. I am the captain now. Right. This whole Wolfpack mentality to come at you from all angles, man. Yeah, buddy. Not good. This is a flashback? I assume it is. Yeah, it is. the two All Stars, One Piece and this show, have really used flashbacks well. They can be tedious. I've seen other things where they are. They use it just judiciously enough to highlight character beats, give you an insight into the character, but not like half the episode. You know, I almost said half the F in episode, but the other word, right? Like flashbacks make me angry. But in this case, although I'm not sure what they're telling us with this one. Really? Okay, I thought they killed him, which would be okay. Well, why were you seeing this? Because I assume he's the point of the flashback, right? The kid. And then they showed us just in case we were unclear who this was, which I was unclear. Get the bread. Take the ass whip and keep the bread. That's what I always say. I'll never be hungry again. I assume he's eating, right? It's hard to tell if he's eating or crying. Or whatever the hell this is. He's looking kind of evil. Keep walking. This can't be good news. Yeah. I see. Things adult men should never say to boys. Walking away, that particular point of view has always been awkward in animation. It looks like they're walking in place. It doesn't look like they're moving. I had the same problem in Vinland Saga. You should be further. If I not that I'm an animation director, but you should change the angle so you can see the movement, so it just doesn't look like they're walking in place. It's a little awkward. He's coming for that ass. Yeah, I assume he taught you a lesson, and you joined him at that point. Yep. What are you going to do now, boy? If he's about to be defeated, why are we bothering with his flashbacks? That's the thing, okay? If he's about to lose and we don't see much of him else after this, then these flashbacks are a waste of time. So somehow he's going to win. I just don't know how, because he's been cornered. Like he's literally been painted into a corner by these bugs. How's he going to get out of this? Is there some way to attack two different directions at the same time? Maybe you lunge towards the human. Meanwhile, you have the sound behind you. You send a sound wave behind you against the bugs. That's possible. I wouldn't have thought he was going to win until they started doing all these flashbacks. What the hell? It's a moon. We don't have a moon on this planet. Is he going to force the use of his other hand? That's how you can attack both at once, right? Hand forward, hand behind. You can't really see, but this hand's behind me, right? That's because he sends the sound waves out of his palms, right? Sound blast behind you as you're attacking in front. That's the only way I can see this possibly working out here. Dig deep, boy. Oh, really? Blast his ass. Hey, I've got crazy eyes, as I hope. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Two directions at once. Ow. Right. Yeah. We just saw this, man. Why are you repeating yourself? Is that a glitch in the feed? That was weird. It's probably a glitch in the stream or something. Which means you'll be out of sync the rest of the episode if you're some other form, right? I love the idea that each village has different powers, especially depending on where they live. Like, a village up in the mountains where it's really cold, maybe they have fire powers because that makes sense because they're cold. I guess his minion's going to win. Hey, that got him excited. Look at that. Oh, okay, so he is going to die. Maybe that's the point of all this. The point is, he'll train you and spend time on you, but he doesn't really care about you. That's the point they're making. Because if I was going to say, if he lost, what's the point? I get it. That's the point. He's a fighter, though. I admire it. I respect it. Well, crap. They're eating you. That's what's up. Yeah, shit. Great. I like how he saddled up behind you, by the way. You're screwed. Yep, I thought he had a chance there. They fooled me with the flashbacks. I was like, what the hell is the point of these? You got me. I like how they structured that. And how they're intermingling what that with this conversation. Can you stop him? That's the question. Uh huh. You want to risk it? No risk it, no biscuit. Yeah, at least you can make him laugh. Oh shit. Were you saying he failed to seal it? I see. You need to stop using that word. Well, that point is not right now, so you might as well just go ahead and head on out. That's what I thought, bitch. Ease on down the road. Yeah. I think you're getting a little big for your britches. Always love when they can disappear. Hey man, it's worth a shot. It got him to walk away. He seemed pretty committed to coming towards you until that, right? So wrecked. And bugs eating him alive. No shit, Sherlock. He's a damn problem. That's another thing that Sasuke could have stolen and copied if he had been there to witness it. I sense scariness. This dude is frightening. Oh, I really didn't need to know that. Jesus. I mean, I want power, but I don't want power like that. Oh my god. No, you cannot use my body as a nest. You nasty, trifling MFer. Holy crap. F that. Yeah, his bugs are probably picking over the body right now. Oh no, it's been called off. So yeah, okay, it's been called off. So he has to pull them back. Yeah. Hey, F around and find out. Thank you for your grade school diagram. Right. So those weren't bug holes. Like he literally blew up his arms. Jesus. Wow. He is messed up, man. You better come stronger than he did. Are you gonna overreact to everything? Can you imagine him doing a reaction channel? Every time somebody does something cool, he'll act like he just discovered fire. Calm the hell down. Damn, dude. Everybody's up in their feelings way too much. You have a dog, pet the dog, and calm down. Is the dog allowed to be in the match when he has to fight? Because that I don't think that should be allowed. You gonna leave that boy alone? That's not why I'm here. Oh, okay. He's in the infirmary. Which I assume means people are wide. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Never heard of either one of these two in my life. Maybe I nah. Never heard of either one of them. It's easy to just sit back and be scornful about everybody, but why don't you get your ass out there and fight? Sand boy. Place cliffhanger here. I don't like him. I like it when they have little things on their back, like the sand boy and then whatever the hell he's got on his back. No thanks. Watch this. By the way, nice cat hat. Cat ear hat, right? Oh, but it's already started. Place cliffhanger here. Yes, that's what I thought. Come on, you can do it. Yeah. Here's the thing. There's no real stakes in that one. So, I mean, I don't care who wins that fight. So, not really a good cliffhanger, I don't think. I would have left the cliffhanger on maybe the reveal of what happened to his arms, which is kind of messed up. That's kind of cool. Or tweaked it a little bit, put the end of the conversation with Omokrami or whatever his name is, make that the cliffhanger because that's more interesting. I don't know. Maybe some people are just here for the action. That's all they care about. Speaking of here for the action, character wheels next. Congratulations, Sasuke. You're not so boring anymore that you don't get your own character wheel. So this was gonna happen. I mean, three protagonists. Really, Naruto is a protagonist, but these two are almost at the same level of protagonicity as he is. In fact, they carry entire episodes, entire weeks of episodes sometimes, while Naruto is just laid out chilling, knocked the f out, while they take care of business. So, like, I mean, they're pretty much protagonists at this point. So he was going to get a wheel at some point. This feels like a good week to do it. In fact, he'll be the only one I do. I long for the day where, like, there's literally enough happening with all three of them in the same week that we can do wheels for all three, update the wheels for all three of them, right? But Naruto has basically just been on the sidelines most of the week, and so is Sakura. So this is a good week to do Sasuke. So you can see self-discipline, cunning, magical skills, and maturity are the same categories as the other two. Those are the same. In fact, they're all at 200. Well, magical skills at 400 because Sasuke is pretty good. He's doing good with the magic. And when I say magic, we can also include physical fitness, like the ability to run up a tree and stuff. We can include that in there. Yeah, it's all the same because like none of us can run up a tree. Andy was telling me he tried to run up a tree when he was this age. I don't think he got very far. I wouldn't think that would be hard to do. Gravity's a bitch, so you could that kind of stuff could also be combined in here with the magical skill. So that's a good 400. But as far as maturity, cunning, self-discipline are all 200. Like, he's just more serious than the other two. He's got more self-discipline and more maturity. Those two they could be considered almost the same side of a coin. Being mature means you have more self-discipline, but not necessarily. Maturity in this case is how much grab-assing do you do? Are you sitting around grab-assing essentially, like horseplay, this kind of stuff that drives me nuts. Like I'm not into it. And he doesn't really have that, right? Like he's focused. But he can be some of the petty. He can get into some of the petty rivalry, which means it's a little bit of immaturity, and he is a kid, so he has a certain level of immaturity. What would that adult's number be in a vacuum, without because I have to keep it at $1,600 just for the percentages to work, right? In a vacuum, I think an adult would probably be around 400. So he's halfway there. For comparison, I think Naruto's like 75. So, like, if you're 200, when Naruto's 75, you're pretty mature. So that fits. I like that. And self-discipline, like, again, like, he's focused. He's more self-disciplined. He's not going to go off half-cocked. I think he's more cerebral. He thinks more. His cunning is also 200. So those numbers make sense, right? So what does curse mean? Curse is how much I think he's susceptible to succumbing to the curse. Now, what does the curse actually mean? What happens to him if he succumbs to the curse? Does he turn evil? I don't know. I think that'd be a little boring. It depends how they execute it, of course. We were talking about a Dark Willow situation. I think it's more like what they did in Lost, where you're still the same person, you're just a darker version of the person, like you've been touched. You've been infected, right? Saeed was still Saeed. He was turned down. Like, you can't see my hand. He was turned down. It's like his dial was turned down in season 6, right? But he was still himself. And he proved that in the end. So that's what I think will happen here. Like, say he says to come to the curse. Maybe the curse will just kill him. Or maybe it'll just make him an automaton where he can be controlled by the Omokrami. That's entirely possible. So whatever that is, like, what do we think the percentage chance of him, succumbing to the curse is, right? So I think that you're looking at 19%. In other words, almost one out of there's a 1 in 5 chance that he does, but that's not really what we're talking about here. The percentage is what the percentage means is the percentage of your character is devoted to this, right? The percentage of his character devoted to maturity is 13%. The percentage of his character devoted to the curse is 19%. So it's not necessarily this 1 in 5 chance of him succumbing to the curse. It's more like 20% of the screen time is about his curse. They've been talking about his curse a lot lately, so that if every conversation with him basically becomes about the curse. If he's always wincing, if he's always grabbing his shoulder, if he's always fighting off the curse, that percentage gets higher. That's how much of the character is devoted to that. Like, what are you about? Like, Anya on Buffy, if we were to say, inappropriate comments, her percentage inappropriate comments would be 80%, because that's almost all they did with her. Maybe bunny phobia would be like 5%. Loving Xander would be 10%. So like, this is really more of a gauge of how much screen time is devoted to it, how important it is to the character. Maybe that's my best way of explaining what the character wheel means. The character wheel is inside of us all. It has no set meaning. We all define it together. It's ambiguous. It's like Blurn's ball on Futurama. Nobody truly understands the character wheel. We just kind of roll with it. So that leaves us with angst. Dude has a lot of angst. He's the emo kid. He's the emo kid. He's the goth kid. Back in the day, they called him a goth kid, right? Like, he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. He wants to become an Avenger. Don't sue me, Disney. He wants to get powerful enough that he can make the people who killed his family and his town, village, make them pay. Kill them. There was a character like that in Hunter x Hunter. There's a lot of similarities between the show and Hunter x Hunter. I'm not sure which one came first. I feel like this came first and Hunter x Hunter came later, but I could be wrong about that. So, yeah, there's a lot of angst here. And so they devoted a lot of screen time to the angst. So that's why those two are at the top of the character wheel, and, they are just kind of there side by side, right? Both at 19%. Dude, he needs to go out, spend the night in the club, party, dance, get drunk, maybe get laid, when he's older, of course. And, chill out is what I'm saying. It's not that serious, bro. Look, I know your village got massacred, but it's not that serious. You need to have fun every now and then. So that's why his angst is so high. All right, well, I can't wait to see what people think of this. I'm into it. I love the character wheel. All right, well, like I said, hopefully we can start updating all three at once. And that will tell us that within that 5 episodes, all 3 characters were well served. Pretty much right now, it's like they're rotating in and out, who gets served and who doesn't, So, this week it was Sasuke.